breakfast. We got 2 protein waffles, strawberry, 4 eggs with ketchup, and two, looking ass, 2 slices of turkey bacon. And of course, I'm not gonna forget my sugar-free maple syrup. Forgot to add Greek yogurt too for breakfast. For lunch, we're gonna have some leftover spaghetti and then 1 piece of Texas toast, or garlic bread, some Greek yogurt, and some slices of oranges. Okay, guys, so we're headed to the gym to go off work. We got another Celsius from yesterday. This is the orange flavor, so let's test it out. It's not bad. It's very tart. Honestly, it will taste better if it's carbonated, but it's like not overly carbonated. It is carbonated, but it'll taste better if it was like a pop carbonated, if that makes sense. But not bad. 20 milligrams caffeine, so we should be good on energy. So let's head our black ass to the gym. And God, my head is humongous. What's up, guys? We are headed to the gym, as I just mentioned. Today is chest, shoulders, and triceps. So it should be a pretty good push day. I'm feeling pretty damn good. I'm ready to get into it. Like I always tell you guys, and girls, and whatever you identify as, make sure you find a way to exercise and be active today. No laying around, no being lazy, no being complacent. Get off the fucking phone, get off the television, get off the video game, and go move around. But anyway, today's topic while we're in the car is getting out of a rut, which we all go through. We all go through ruts. We all go through tough patches in our life. We all go through, situations that it just seems like you can't dig yourself out of. But in reality, guys, you can dig yourself out of almost any situation or problem you get yourself into. And you just have to follow a couple steps. And one of the ways to get yourself out of a rut is to identify what got you in that rut, or what got you in that situation. You identify exactly what got you into that, the situation that you're in. You analyze and you think about, okay, I'm not going to make that mistake anymore. I'm not going to do that the way I did. I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to try it this way or that way. So you got to analyze what made you make the decision to put yourself in a very uncomfortable situation that is making it hard for you to be successful, right? And then 2, you have to make a plan, build a plan that's going to dig yourself out of a fucking rut. A lot of times when you're in a rut, I said rut like 20,000 times already, but a lot of times you're in a tough situation, guys. It's not because of one, decision. It's usually based upon multiple decisions or multiple actions that you have done over a course of time that's gotten you into the situation you're in. For example, like if you're in debt, right? You don't get in debt usually from one purchase from your credit card or one fucking terrible impulsive buy. It's usually multiple freaking times you bought something you shouldn't have bought with a credit card, or getting a loan for something that is ridiculous, or taking out student loans and getting in there. Like, it takes a couple times or a couple actions to get yourself into that. So you need to build a plan to get yourself out of it. Like, going back to the debt example, right? I'm gonna pay this much on my credit card every month. I'm gonna pay past the minimum fee, and then I'm gonna put this money aside for this. Like, you have to build a plan. You gotta write down exactly what you need to do to get out of this situation. So if we come to a gym, since, okay, you're gonna run in the gym. Maybe you're not going to the gym as much as you want to because you're tired or you're not making the time. So guess what? Let's make a plan. So this plan is, okay, to make sure that I'm motivated to go to the gym and make sure I go to the gym, I'm gonna pack my gym bag the night before and set my gym clothes out the night before and put my gym shoes right in front of wherever I'm going. So I have no choice but to see my gym clothes, to see my gym bag, and have to put on these shoes so I can make sure that I go, wake up in the morning and go straight to the gym as soon as I eat breakfast right before work. You know what I'm saying? You got to make that plan to make these habits easy to attain. You know what I'm saying? Like setting a coffee maker the day before too. Oh, I can set my coffee maker. It's less energy, it's less stress, it's less actions in the morning. All I got to do is press a button, boom. You feel me? So you have to make a plan, and after you make a plan, you have to execute that plan. And you have to continuously execute that plan, and continuously execute that plan, and execute until that becomes a habit, guys. Habits are the way of life. You either have good habits or you have bad habits. Good habits or bad habits, either one. It's not in between, it's either or. We have good habits or bad habits. Good habits are eating healthy, drinking enough water, going on exercise. Bad habits are drinking a lot of alcohol, eating shitty foods, and not getting enough sleep. You feel me? So, and another thing too is when you're in a rut, you have to be kind to yourself. Now, it's okay to get on yourself about certain things that you're doing that's harming you or making you unproductive. But you have to realize that you are a human being. We all make mistakes. We all go through tough times. But when you realize and understand that you're a human being and it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to not always feel good and to go through things, you have to also then snap back in reality and then say, you know, I feel bad for myself. No, I don't feel bad for myself, but I understand myself, and it's okay, I made a mistake. But now it's time for us to pick up our britches and to go chase whatever we're chasing, or get out of this goddamn hole that we fucking dug ourselves out of. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder to climb out of it, but we can. We can do this. You got to tell yourself that. You always got to tell yourself there, if there's a will, there's a way. You always have to make that prominent in your life, because I'm a firm believer, if there's a will, there's a way. So you have to be, like I said, you have to tell yourself, I'm a human, I make mistakes, but my mistakes and me being a human is not going to stop me from fixing myself. I can fix anything with myself. Nothing's going to stop me. Nobody's going to stop me, especially my own self. And that's usually what stops everyone. It's not other people's actions. Other people's actions don't usually get you into a rut. Other people's actions don't usually stop you from succeeding. It's usually your own actions. So that's what I want to talk about today, guys. I can probably go into detail a little bit more, but I just want to give you like 4 steps of getting out of a rut. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a rut right now, listen to the words, listen to my advice. I guarantee it will help you. But know that a rut is temporary. It's not forever. And as long as you believe in yourself and do that, you know, take the actions that gets you out of the problem that you're in, you will get out of that, and you will succeed, and you will go and have a phenomenal course of success. You just have to understand that any problem you can fix or get out of. So I will see you guys in the gym. As you guys know, should be a great day. I'm not gonna lie, guys, my quads are on absolute fire today. That leg day definitely murdered me yesterday. And not to mention, at my job, as you guys know, I work for a moving company. I had a house that we moved out today that had 1,000 fucking stairs, and I probably went up and down these flight of stairs at least 100 times. So it's probably about 50 steps for the stairs, so you can do the math. Do that 100 times, 500 times what? 50, that's like 5,000 steps right there. I'm actually going to check how many steps I got today, and that will give you a good estimate of how many fucking times I went up them stairs. So luckily, it is not leg day, it is chest day. So we should be all good though. So let's go. Here I am complaining about these stairs again, my quads. All right, I'll shut up now. All right, guys. Treadmill, 15% incline, 2.5 miles per hour for 10 minutes. Let's get into it. 12 minutes, more than 10, but we were editing, so kind of got sidetracked. All right, guys, we're gonna hit camber bar, bench press, and then also, like it's been becoming a habit. We're gonna do some cable raises. We're gonna do leaning cable raises, both arms. We'll shoot for 3 to 4 sets. See how it's going. Start off a little bit heavier than usual, but should be all good. So let's get after it. Also to mention too, it's kind of cold in here too, so I'm not really sweating that much just because it's kind of cooler in here, which you do want gyms to be cooler, but hopefully my muscles respond well and we don't pull anything. We're feeling good, but yeah. So cambered bar, I'm starting off with 225. I haven't done this for a while since we're heavier, and actually it's feeling pretty good. I'm going down pretty slow. I could pause a little bit longer, but otherwise it's feeling pretty damn good. I'm getting a great hang of camber bar for once. I haven't been struggling with anything like that, but like my performance got a lot better. When I first started this, I did not know how to use this bar. I did not know how wide I should place my fucking hands, and finally I know where to place my hands. And guys, today is going to be a delt masterclass. And what I mean by that is we're going to be doing a lot of delt exercises today, 3 all together, to really toast our delts, because we want that capped off delt. We want our fucking shoulders to look wider to make our waist look smaller. Guys, we train like a bodybuilder, so one day we can actually step on stage. And as you guys know, cable fucking raises are phenomenal for your delts, because that tension that the cable keeps on that muscle is great for hypertrophy. And yes, does it take more time to train each limb individually? Yes, but today is a delt day and we don't care. And as you guys can see, we're doing the leaning variation like I always said. And the great thing about training your shoulders is your shoulders can take a lot of volume, and what mine can, and I can train my shoulders all fucking day. I can really toast the shit out of them if I really want to. So, you know, so a lot of people, they can do a lot of volume with their shoulders. I think, yeah, your shoulders are a great thing to, you know, really train hard, especially if you want them to grow. And as you guys know, my hand placement at the bottom is around where my hand naturally sits at. I'm short, I got short arms, so pretty low. But yeah, delts feeling fucking amazing. Just after that first fucking, you know, set for both arms, pretty pumped up. And as you guys can see, great strict form with our camber bar presses. Arch in our back, we got our legs pressed down so my trunk is stable, got my shoulders pinned back, and you know, we're going down slow, getting that great stretch. I just need to pause a little bit. I just think I was like excited to have a lot of energy today in the gym, so that's why I'm probably moving the weight faster, you know, all this stuff like that. I also had, you know, 2 great meals with decent amount of calories, and that really pushed me forward with, you know, the amount of carbs I had, and high protein too. But guys, feeling good. Everything's feeling good. Half almost fell out, but yeah, man, today's gonna be an awesome day. And as you know, guys, you should always try to train as hard as possible, as hard as you can on that given day. Some days will be better than others. Some days will be worse than others. It's not about that. It's about doing the best you can with the time you are given. And I'm chewing the fuck out of that gum. God damn. For me, gum helps me concentrate in the gym, and I used to chew gum when I played basketball when I was younger, and also I used to chew gum just doing any athletic activity outside of playing football. Gum helps with concentration, so if you're having a hard time concentrating in the gym, get your ass a piece of gum. It's going to keep your breath fucking fresh, so you walk up to that chick, you won't have fucking leftover salmon you ate, you know, for lunch, and your breath's not going to fucking smell like ass. And 2, it's going to help keep your teeth clean if you use fucking, you know, I use the Orbit gum, which helps my teeth stay white, because you guys, it's important to have nice teeth for anything. And then also too with concentration. And neither here nor there, I'm not gonna talk about fucking gum anymore. But yeah, train hard as you fucking can, guys. And here's our 3rd set of camber bar press, and everything is a drop set. Form looks really good. I just need to sit down there a little bit longer. That was pretty good right there. That set right there was pretty good. As you guys can see, fucking getting it up. And you see how wide my arms are. Your grips will have to be wider with this bar, this camber bar, than, you know, usually, especially because it's a chest specific bar. So that is the main reason why you're supposed to have your hands wider. You're trying to, you know, grow as much and stretch as much of your pec as much you can. And I swear to God, nothing feels better than squatting or benching. And as you guys can see, I'm looking at the camera like, but nothing feels better than squatting or benching some heavy ass weight, guys. It just makes you feel like a primal beast. It makes you feel like a primal animal. So always incorporate compound movements with a barbell or some type of, you know what I'm saying, some type of fucking piece of equipment that is a compound movement, especially free weights. It just helps with everything: strength, stability, hypertrophy, and also trains multiple muscle groups, of course. And then you can do these, you know, some isolating movements too. But, your compound movements of your bread and your butter, it's going to grow you the most muscle, and it's going to hit multiple muscle groups too. So it saves you time in the gym. But, doing the little whipped cream things like isolating stuff like I'm doing right now with my lateral delts or my side delts, it's important too, especially when you're trying to become more advanced in the gym. As you guys can see, partial reps, all the way to failure. Go to the same thing here when we get done with this set. We're going to go all the way to partial reps past failure because we're trying to grow the fuck out of our fucking delts, like I already said. And my fucking forehead looks extra large today. I don't know. Mega Mind, I don't know. You could probably put a fucking TV screen up there. You can probably watch Sunday Night Football game if you really wanted to, but it's neither here, neither there. I'm going to take my braids out pretty soon, so my forehead doesn't look as big. But so far, this workout has been incredible. Just these two exercises, I'm feeling pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. And I'm just looking forward for the rest of the lift. And as you guys can see, we're getting into partial rep territory right here. So 1 and a 2. And how many gonna get? 3. Arms are gonna fucking fail. And 4. All right, guys, we're pretty warmed up now. We're feeling pretty good. Next movement is going to be some incline Smith machine press. As you guys know, favorite incline and exercise for my chest. We're going to do some side raises again with the cables, but instead of leaning, we're going to do it leaning out, just the opposite, just to continuously destroy our side delts, because we're trying to get that cap look. So between 3 sets, 4 sets, we'll see how we're feeling. But right now we're feeling good, so let's continue. Tavian's go-to bread and butter incline press. Of course, we're doing Smith machine. For some reason, it's been hard for me to do dumbbell pressing. My hands and my forearms give out really quickly, like my grip strength, and I think that's just probably from work. I'm fucking moving heavy shit all fucking day, and I gotta grip stuff all fucking day. Awkward shit. You don't understand how awkward it is to fucking, lift a fucking couch, or to lift a fucking box that is like 80 pounds, or lift this fucking antique object that is fucking like ridiculously shaped, or a fucking hutch that's like fucking 120 pounds, and you gotta grab it for a certain way so you don't scratch a person's wall. So like a fucking hand grip, or my grip strength is kind of, it kind of goes on the days that I'm like working like really hard at work in the gym. So that's why I'm sticking to a lot of like machines and cables, because I got just the inclining, and not just the inclining, but the dumbbells are just, straining on my forearms and on my hands. So whenever I get a new job, whenever I start doing this job, maybe it'll help with that, because I really do enjoy doing dumbbell like pressing. It really opens up your chest. Like, it's a full range of motion. It's phenomenal, especially doing incline press. I think dumbbell incline press is probably the best incline variation you can possibly do, because it's just a great full range of motion exercise, great compound movement. It builds stability in both arms, and you can get the full stretch to the bottom. But you can't really go to failure unless you got a spotter. So that's where the Smith machine press comes in a little bit better, because you can go to failure with that. You can go all the way to failure. And to help with the stretch at the bottom, keep your chest high as possible, just like you're doing a flat press. You want to kind of arch your back, keep your chest high, so you can also try to get the best stretch you possibly can. But as long as you're working hard, training hard, you're gonna grow fucking massive chest anyway, guys. And camber bar incline press is another great option too, but you gotta go really, really light with that one as well. But as you guys can see, going down smooth and controlled, really slowly, going up, going close to failure, not rushing the weight. Well, actually, that was kind of fast, but slow and controlled. And like I always tell you guys, I'm a big, strong man. I'm not even using a lot of weight. I'm using a very moderate amount of weight, very easy amount of weight. But since I'm already pumped up from the camber bar press, I don't really need to really use a ton of weight. I'm really just trying to get the pump. I'm really trying to get a great stimulus for growth, trying to, grow for hypertrophy. And that's what you should do with a Smith machine. You shouldn't try and max out a Smith machine. You should utilize the machine, how it's made. It's a machine that puts you, it fixes you in a place. So that's why it's great for fucking hypertrophy. You don't have to worry about stabilizing as much as you would with the free weight. So you can literally bust out a whole bunch of nice controlled reps without worrying about having to, balance a weight or drop the weight or anything like that. Like, it's just a perfect machine for growth a lot of people think that fucking using that fucking Smith machine is like pussy shit. In reality, there's no such thing as pussy shit when it comes to training, guys. Your body doesn't know the difference between a Smith machine, a fucking free weight, or any type of machine. All it knows is there's a stimulus for growth. There's a fucking, there is a force being put on that muscle, and it's destroying the muscle, and that muscle's trying to, repair itself, and that's where your muscles grow. So, you can train however you want. You can use whatever you want. Whatever gives you a great stimulus for growth, that's all that matters. And you should always mix and match your machines, your Smith machines, your free weight, compound movements, or barbells, dumbbells, whatever. You should always mix that around in your program to give you the best stimulus for growth, as well as a new stimulus for growth every time you change up your programming, because you should change up your programming at least every month to 2 months, maybe 3 months at the very most, to change something up so your body doesn't adapt to it too quickly, and it can adapt, and it makes it hard for you to continuously make gains. So that's what I'll say on that front. But here's our last set, and once again, slow and controlled. We're gonna go all the way to failure for our last set, and like I said, it's light, but I'm still feeling it in my chest like really, really, really well. And I'm only for the incline, I'm only at like 20% incline, because the higher you go up, the more front delt you start to use, the more shoulders you start to use, and the less less pec you start to use. So that's why I have it so low on the incline of 20%. 30% is pretty good too, but like I said, the higher you go up, the less incline and the less pecs you're going to use. So that's the difference between, like, if you do like a 60% shoulder press, do not arch your back, keep your back straight so you can use mostly front delt in your shoulders. If you start arching your back, it kind of cheats a little bit, and it starts using your pecs a little bit more, and it kind of like helps with that. You still use your pecs a little bit, but that's my advice when like kind of separating a pressing movement for your chest and a pressing movement for your shoulders. Is arching your back is good for your chest, and keeping the flat back, especially 60 plus incline for your shoulders, is what you should do. And ooh, look at those massive delts on me, man. My delts are looking good. They're looking pretty pumped up. Look at the striations right there. And of course, we're going to do partial reps because we're failing. And this shit fucking, it's kind of fucking killing me. But that's just how it should be. That's how it should fucking look. You need to fucking kill your shit. You need to challenge yourself in the gym, guys. And I forgot to mention earlier, because as you guys can see right now, the thing is getting stuck because I have that weight on there. So like, I have to kind of like I gotta fix it now, as you guys can see, fucking thing, because it's between 10, 20, 30, 40, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how it goes up. It goes up in tens, and I want in between 10 and in between 20. So I want the 15 pound or 15 pounds. So I have to put a fucking 5 pound like little plate on there to get the 15 pound weight I want. And the problem is it keeps getting stuck like that. So I kind of have to fucking jerry rig it a little bit and like kind of let the gravity do its thing. And I can't like hold it as long as I want to for like the stretch. As you guys can see, I'm fucking struggling with it, but I can't hold it as long as I want and like to milk out that fucking stretching portion. So I kind of gotta rig it, which that's why I'm doing power reps right now to at least get the bottom end of that lift. But man, our delts are popping. All right, guys, I'm gonna do some close grip bench press for our triceps, and we're gonna pair that with some double armed, I can't fucking talk, double armed or 2-arm cable lateral raises. I don't know why I can't talk today, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna do between 2-3 sets, trying to burn out our shit. Delts are pretty inflamed and pumped up, and I'm trying to get at least 2 exercises for our triceps. So let's get it. It's been quite a while since I did an actual close grip bench for my triceps, especially on the Smith machine. I haven't done it for a while. You can do this either in the Smith machine, or you can do this with a free weight as well, like a barbell. It really is up to you. I want to see if I could possibly try to do a camber bar close grip bench. I don't know if that would work or not. Maybe we can try it next time and see how it goes. I just like experimenting in the gym. But Smith machine, like I already said, guys, it's amazing for hypertrophy. You don't have to stabilize, so you can like put on a decent amount of weight and really go all the way to failure. Harder to do that with a free weight barbell, but you know, it's still a great option as well too. But yeah, close grip bench is really good for your triceps. It blasts your triceps pretty well, and you know, it's good. You can also do a J press too. I think it's called JM press too. It's kind of similar to close grip bench, but instead it's kind of like you're going behind your head with it. It's kind of harder to do. I've done it before in the video. Look them up, but they give you a great stimulus for your triceps as well. But it's a little bit harder to do too. It's kind of has a bar like kind of behind your head, and it's kind of flexes your triceps a little bit more, elongates a little bit more of the long head, a little bit more. But you know, as long as you're doing 1 to 2 exercises for your triceps, you know, you're gonna get a pretty good tricep pump, and at least one overhead tricep extension or some type of tricep movement for like your triceps, like a skull crusher or, you know, a cable tricep extension over the head, something like that. And you can add in like other things too, like kickbacks or whatever, but you know, it's all up to you. And if you're gonna do kickbacks, use a cable. Cable's best for kickbacks because it keeps tension on that tricep the entire time versus a dumbbell is not gonna really keep tension on the most important part, which is the stretch, of course. We're only gonna do one tricep movement today, which is the course of close grip bench, and that's only because I'm running out of time and I kind of capped myself at an hour to lift, and you know, we're close to that limit, and you know, we got a pretty good stimulus for growth for our triceps anyway. We're doing all the pressing movements are already done, so not a biggie. And triceps are one of my best body parts, so we don't necessarily have to do as much training, right? And as you guys can see, I look like I am making an X, which I really love these. I mean, I really love these raises. And as you guys can see from the difference between the last video is I took the handles off and I'm just pulling with the little knobby part, and it just feels a little bit more comfortable. But my goddamn, you know, my delts are fucking popping and they're looking pretty good, but they fucking hurt. It fucking sucks. We really killed our fucking delts today. And as you guys can see, going up slow, come down slow, full stretch behind our back to really fucking stretch out those delts. And here's our last set of our close grip bench for our triceps. And you know, I kind of do it sometimes. You can do a suicide grip like with a Smith machine. I wouldn't advocate for doing suicide grip, but if you're going to do a suicide grip, it's best to do it with a Smith machine because it's a little bit safer because of you know, this it's a fucking it's a fixed machine, so you're not gonna go all over the place like you could with a barbell. And two, you know, it's just easier to use. So don't do suicide grip free weights with a barbell. If you're gonna do suicide grip, make sure you use the Smith machines. That's a lot easier to handle and a lot easier to rack if something goes wrong. So yeah, and here's the last set of our raises, and as you guys can see, I had to put on a 2.5 on the thing back there because it was either that or 2.5, and that's still not enough weight for us. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Sometimes you gotta ghetto rig shit in the gym to make it work for you, and it's totally fine, especially for everybody. Everybody's structure isn't the same, so you gotta sit on something. If you gotta put something somewhere in order for you to use the machine appropriately for your size, it is what it is. And as you guys can see, partial fucking reps, burn our shit the fuck out. Look at my face. That's how you're supposed to look. We're done. Okay, guys, so that concludes. Ooh, look at them veins. Anyway, that concludes our lifting session. I had a great lifting session. It was definitely delt focused, delt dominant. I only did one movement for my triceps. Technically, you get tricep work every time you do like any pressing move anyway, so triceps are pretty pumped up. But yeah, and we had 2 exercises for our chest, and camber bar gives you a great stretch, so that's great because you want at least one exercise per muscle group and exercise that you get like a really nice bottom stretch. So that took care of that. And then also the close grip bench hits your chest too a little bit. So, you know, everything has been hit pretty good, but it definitely was a quad focused day. Now I'm gonna go finish up with some cardio and take a shower, and then go get our next meal. So let's get done. Okay guys, so we're finishing up on the treadmill cardio. We're gonna do 50 minutes of 18% incline, 2.5 miles per hour. As you guys can see, got a great sweat going. If you add the 50 minutes I'm gonna do, plus
the 10 with the warm-up. That's an entire hour of cardio, which is great, especially with the busy day I had today at work, with all the calories I burned. And also, I'm pretty proud of myself because I stuck to my word. I did 1 hour of weightlifting, 1 hour of cardio. I didn't go past that at all. I wanted to lift a little bit more, but it's all good. I stuck with the plan. So we'll finish up this cardio and get the fuck out of here. Okay, 15 minutes and 15 seconds. We're dead, guys. We're dead. Let's get down with this. To be specific, we actually did 52 minutes of cardio because I forgot I did 12 minutes instead of 10 minutes in the beginning for our warm-up. So 52, hold on, I said 52, 62 minutes of cardio. Guys, I can't fucking count. We did 62 minutes of cardio. We did 12 plus 50, boom, 62, not 52. We got a Core Power protein drink, as you guys can see, chocolate, 42 grams of protein only, 230 calories. And then we got a First Form protein bar, 20 grams of protein, and this is 200 and I believe 60 calories. So all together, that is 490 calories for 62 grams of protein, which isn't not bad. Just enjoying the decent weather. It's chilly a little bit, but it's not too bad. Going on a walk with, as you guys can hear, my beautiful son, just enjoying the last of fall that we're gonna have. It's getting pretty chilly, but 30-minute walk. I needed some fresh air, he needed some fresh air, and I don't know, I still had extra energy, even though we did a lot in the gym and a lot at work. So why not enjoy a walk and watch, you know what I'm saying, the leaves fall and see all the orange and red leaves all on the ground. You know, fall is a very beautiful season. So you talking, buddy? So go finish up our walk and then we'll eat a snack. Next little snack, we're gonna have a leftover garlic bread and some sardines for some extra protein and healthy omega-3 fats. For dinner, we're having some homemade baked potatoes, some steak and peas, high protein, and then we got our not Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero over there, and some water. 2 pumpkin spice cookies and a little bit of milk for dessert. We burnt around 1,500 calories a day, so we have more than enough room for dessert.
It's time to work now. Work, work, work. It's time to work out. Work, work,